Hey everyone, this is Charles from Wonder Unit. I just want to show you an update about what we're working on in our the VR version of Shot Generator. So I just want to show you something. This is just a demonstration of me doing a bunch of stuff inside of a scene that I initially just dropped a few characters in the Shot Generator version and then opened up in VR, and here I am kind of messing with it. So as you can see, I can kind of pick up any object by pointing at an object and then using the trigger. And you'll see me teleport around. To teleport, I just press I hold down the secondary trigger and then I use the primary trigger, and it kind of teleports me to wherever I go on the ground. You can see here that I'm selecting a character, and then I see all of the bones of the character. And when I roll over one of the bones, you can see that it highlights. And then if I use the secondary grip, I can hold the secondary grip and then rotate the bone, and you can see it updates the pose of the character. Here you'll see that I can add characters, cameras, objects, and here I just add an object, I pick it up, and you can use the analog stick while you're holding onto an object and then move it out. You can also duplicate an object, and so here I take an existing object, duplicate it, and then duplicate it again and pick it up to make a stack of these blocks. Um, just so I can reiterate, this is all done on the Oculus Quest, so you don't need to install anything. You just run Storyboard or open up Shot Generator and then go to the IP address in the browser, and it'll take you into the VR version of the scene. Here I'm gonna just take down that character that I had on top of the block, and I'm gonna repose this character just so you get a sense. When you're posing in VR, it's pretty awesome. Basically, you just get real close to the character, essentially move your hand nearby where the bone is, grab it, and then rotate it, and you can get really sort of fine-grained control of whatever the pose that you want to do is. We'll have IK controls fairly soon where you'll just be able to drag a control point, and so there will be control points on the hands and the feet and the head and the back, so you'll just be able to drag it around in 3D space. But for right now, this is just all straight FK. So yeah. So another thing that's kind of interesting is as I'm making edits here, I'm able to it's automatically sending those updates back to Storyboarder. So when I go out of VR, all the changes that I've made are automatically there, so I can make changes to specific cameras or whatever, make fine-grained controls. But being in VR is all about just sort of living in the space. So here I'm able to check out a virtual camera, move that camera around, see how it looks. But yeah, it's basically most of it. I forget what else I do in this video. I basically just go around kind of showing you. Another thing is you can see attached to the controller. On the left hand, there's nothing, but on the right hand, there's some menu items. We wanted to make the menu pretty simple, so basically you can kind of well, you can't see it now, but on the right hand side, there's kind of 4 quad menu where you can there's basically 4 modes, or they're not even modes. There's 4 buttons, and there's pointer mode, which is most of the time what you're in. There's also another mode where you can add And in there I just duplicated, so that's sort of an action. And then there's another action which is delete. So if I want to add something, I just click on the add menu. There's four other objects that I can create, which are object, light, camera, and character. But yeah, that's basically how that works. And then also built into the right-handed control is a live camera. So it's kind of like a director's viewfinder. So you'll see me once in a while hold my controller up just so I can see what the camera is seeing, so to speak. So let's see, what am I doing here? So when you select objects, you can any object you select has sorry, I'm like still sick. So any object you select has properties, and there's a sort of simplified list of properties that you can set. So and I think I do this later, but you can select a character and then select or change the morph target properties of the character. You can change the height of the character. Currently you can't, but you will be able to like change the gender and the age, the general age of the character, things like that. There's still some bugs, as you can see. I'll try to move this camera around, and you'll see that it starts jumping around. There's still some math we have to figure out. So I'm gonna let go of this camera and it's gonna jump, which is super annoying. I try to do it again and it jumps. So I just get rid of that by deleting it. Anyways, so wait, isn't that working? Well, guess you can't delete the camera either. There I add a box. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, I guess this is just about it. I think over here I'm probably this video is really long. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna cut this video short unless I do something interesting, which is probably not likely. I think here you'll see me change the properties of a character. Hopefully I do it soon. Come on. I think there I was trying to see through the character, see what they were doing. Yeah, so here you can see that I'm looking through the kind of director's viewfinder. Now, it doesn't work currently, but you'll be able to click that add camera and then just drop a camera, and it'll see sort of exactly what I'm looking at in the director's viewfinder, which is pretty cool. The idea is that you're gonna just like walk around a scene and see where it might be interesting to place a camera, and then just drop a camera there. Yeah, so here I started editing the morph target. So here's an athletic version of the character. I'll take that down. You can make him fat. That's kind of interesting. When I move behind, you can kind of see the results. So bring him down, make him muscular. So yeah, but that's about it.